global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today. Hours ago, just about yesterday, Simon Ekpa, the self-acclaimed disciple of Nnamdi Kanu on Biafra restoration, gave an inkling to what is happening in IPOB. The fact that they may likely have, that they have removed Nnamdi Kanu as the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra and replaced him with one Mrs. Sophia Kalo. Of course, the news went viral. He actually went off with evidences to show that if you check the website of the UK CIC registry on the UK on IPOB matters and Biafra restoration, that name has been removed. Nnamdi Kanu's name has been removed and replaced with Sophia's name. He didn't stop there. He also brought out some memos, internal memos being circulated internally that was leaked on the social media. Of course, there was a reactions that came from the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra legal team debunking the news, and also IPOB themselves also decided to take a look at the news properly and mention how the hierarchy operational system works in IPOB. For further information on that, check our video, get the full details on that particular news. But it looks like Simon Ekpa is not done. He's bringing out more things and making strong claims, despite the fact that people at some point have debunked it. In a moment, you're going to find out what he said and what he is, emphasizing on. And we'll look at this critically. Why the emphasis? Is there really something that everyone who's following Biafra agitation should be worried about? Is there something being hidden but no one wants it to be escalated, that he is really hampering on and no one is noticing? Or just that, could it be that there's really nothing going on but just wanted some sort of tension? We're going to find out in a moment. But before we do that, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Simon Ekpa, a self-acclaimed disciple of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, on Friday, insisted that the agitator no longer leads the group. Ekpa maintained that Kanu has been removed as the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and made a corporate director of the separatist group. He disclosed these while reacting to claims that Kanu has not been removed as the indigenous people of Biafra's leader. A report had it that Kanu was removed as the director of the indigenous people of Biafra and replaced with one Sophia Kalo. Mrs. Kalo is said to be the group's financial secretary in the United Kingdom. According to h0ck IPOB, a separatist who manages indigenous people of Biafra and Radio Biafra Community Interest Company CIC registry in London, UK, Kalo is the new director of the indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. But IPOB spokesman Ima Powerful had described claims of Kanu's removal as just mere gossip. Also, Kanu's special counsel Aloy Ejimakor said such reports were untrue. However, Ekpa described the denials issued over Kanu's removal as a shame. In a tweet, Ekpa said and wrote, "It is a shame that those who claim to be fighting for Biafra, after removing Nnamdi Kanu from being the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, can publicly and shamelessly debunk the news, even when it is obtainable online, that Nnamdi Kanu is not the leader but Sophia Kalo. Disregard those claiming that Nnamdi Kanu was not removed as the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. The fact is that they removed him. We busted and exposed them. Until now, Nnamdi Kanu is not the leader, rather a corporate director of IPOB, that's a corporate director of the indigenous people of Biafra worldwide, CIC. We will explain this in a few minutes during the broadcast. My God, what is Simon Ekpa really trying to get at? At this stage, a whole lot of people would rather prefer a united front, regardless of what is going on. They'll prefer a united front. Whatever it is, they'll settle it after they cross the bridge. But overemphasizing on this will not augur well, because the truth is, he made emphasis, yes, all the right persons in the right direction have replied, they have responded. Aloy, Ejimakor responded, the special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu responded, Nnamdi Kanu's brother, Konata, indirectly responded this morning. You're going to see the news in a moment. And also, IPOB themselves, via Ima Powerful, has also responded. That's the very first time Ima Powerful would refer to anything said by Simon Ekpa, trying to bring unnecessary tension. And the funny part of this whole thing is that the Mrs. Sophia Kalo have neither debunked, accepted, or even reacted to her name being mentioned on this whole saga. Now, even if it's a director issue, okay, maybe, because if you watch the memo that was being spread, they said that Nnamdi Kanu allowed us to some entities based on some information I had. That she's entitled to some entities being handled and all that. Maybe there's what we call a default. In case this is no more, this is not, you take over something, because usually in a organization that is this big like IPOB, one expects that there should be a deputy, someone deputizing when the leader is not around. That was the role of h0ck, not until when he left, whatever reasons, and ever since then he has actually been fighting against the indigenous people of Biafra, both secretly and openly. But one would have also expected that as soon as he left, that office would have been occupied by another. But I guess the circumstances through which he left must have made them close the office of the deputy. And now, in situations like this, it would have been very wise for the deputy to continue. All right, okay, since everybody already knows that this is the deputy, all authority will be coming through him. Okay, and he may just be handling it pending on when Nnamdi Kanu comes out, even as he pursues the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But as it is now, there's no deputy. So maybe there's a default mechanism being done in the operational hierarchy of the indigenous people of Biafra that may or may not have brought in Mrs. Kalo. But the question is, IPOB said they don't understand the dynamics of the operational system, so people can just run them out thinking they know, but they don't know. But Simon Ekpa keeps insisting. I don't know. Doing that, I think let's assume even if it is true, people don't need that kind of information right now. I feel that they don't need it because that will begin to bring unnecessary division. Okay, next thing people will start saying, are we following a woman? Or they'll begin to say, who is this woman? Does she know how it started and all that? And those rancor is not needed right now. Just a few days to go, April thereabout, and the final verdict will be known. They need a united front to get it done. Well, I just hope that Simon Ekpa knows what he's saying and doing, and not necessarily create unnecessary tension and rancor at this time, 11th hour of Nnamdi Kanu's presumed release. That's what's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in that comment section. What's your take on Simon Ekpa still insisting that Nnamdi Kanu is no more?